everyone, and welcome to The Witcher 2 Lorethrough episode 31, I believe. Yeah, weird thing this. Episode 30, which I uploaded just before this one, obviously, was actually on my PC the whole time. I completely forgot to upload it, so you've had the drop for no reason, apparently. So this is actually the first time I've recorded another Lorethrough in, like, months? Yeah, months. I'm gonna go with months. So I had to do a little rechecking of where I even was, but we are still in Roach's path, which means we're on the other side of the mist right now, in the area of the elves and the dwarves, which is a lot of things we've already seen, so I walked my butt over here specifically to show you the Dunbanner hat moment, because I said I was going to skip pretty much everything that you've already seen in Iorveth's side. And this you've already seen, but you haven't seen it while wearing the hat or having the hat with you. Even though I believe that is still a possibility on Iorveth's path, I just didn't pick it up there.
Who are you, and what do you seek?
Geralt of Rivia. I seek the standard of the Dunbanner. Who are you?
Eckhart Hennessy, ensign and color-bearer of the Dunbanner, the best force to issue from the land of Kedwen.
Yeah, so, it's basically like a get-out-of-jail-free card.
You may not remember me,
That's
but
all.
I remember you.
Where from?
I served in the Dunbanner.
Liar.
I fought beneath its standard at Brenna and at Vergen.
The Battle of Brenna. The Nordlings, shoulder to shoulder against the Black Ones. The Redanians, led by De Ruyter on the right. The Talus leading to Meria on the left. A splendid sight, was it not?
Yes, but you got it
You're
wrong.
mistaken. The Redanian regiments were on the left. The Temerians took the center.
Correct. Perhaps you speak the truth.
Perhaps
again.
I do.
Tell me, for this you must know. Who was chief commander of the Nilfgaardians at Brenna?
And I think you actually have to have one wrong to actually show him the hat. So let's
Marcus
say one.
Brabant.
Say something
If
wrong.
not for the beaver cap you wear, I would speak to you no longer. Try once more. Tell me, for this you must know.
And that is literally the only thing I wanted to show you. It's like, oh, you have a beaver cap. I guess I'll give you another chance. That is literally all I wanted to show you. The rest you've already seen. So we will skip ahead to the next part that you haven't seen. So I will see you in a moment.
Zoltan, you were supposed to bring the sword.
And the lady.
I failed, Geralt.
That was not the best idea, Witcher. Dwarves are poor liars in general, and that's especially true of this one.
You know everything you need to know?
Yes. You need the weapon to lift the curse from Henselt and free the souls of the fallen.
Milady, I know you're at war with Henselt, but the curse threatens Vergen as well. It's a field of uncontrollable magic energy.
No need to exert yourself. I know this. The sword shall be yours.
Just like that?
Yes. I'm glad to help and thank you on behalf of the Vergenes, the souls of whose loved ones will finally be granted the peace they have so long deserved.
She's so pure. Milady, there's still time to withdraw.
Milady.
I am no lady. My name is Saskia.
Milady?
Saskia, I'll need some time to lift the curse. Enough for you to fall back. The Scoia'tael and peasants can't hope to defeat a professional army in open battle. Withdraw deeper into Edirn.
You underestimate them.
Looking to be another Ellerin? Do you want them to die with your name on their lips? You know that's what'll happen if there's a fight. The fighters will die quick deaths, but then Henselt's men will enter the town. They'll spare no one. They'll kill the men, rape the women, turn the beautiful ones into slaves, and torture the rest to death.
I have seen conquered cities and know the risks. Why do you aid Henselt? Why do you risk your life to lift this curse?
Because I'm making a Lorethrough? Is that the only reason? Yes, it is. It is the only reason. Can't believe I'm doing this. Yeah, real quick. Ellerin, actually written with an A-E, is an elven freedom fighter, and I feel like I've told this story before already, but might as well say it again. Way back when the elves were still like in one piece, and sorry, I'm getting used to recording in a green screen. way back when the elves were still kind of flourishing, and the wars with the humans had only really just begun, there were still quite a few elves who thought that maybe they could fight. And it was kind of a divide. There was one half of the elves, which mostly they were the young elves, the ones that were still rebellious in general. And then there were the old elves, which is the elves you mostly see in the Blue Mountains, because, you know, people like Philavandrel and Ida Emion, they were old elves, and they decided that they would just retreat into the Blue Mountains and wait out the human plague. So just wait until the humans all died of some terrible disease or whatever. And the young elves said, no, actually, you know, that we don't want to do that. And Elladan was the one who led them into battle at that point. He said, you know what, we are not going to go back to the mountains and wait, because we want to defeat the humans, because this is our land. And we're not having any of this. So she led them into combat, and they all died. Yeah, that's maybe not something to laugh about. They all died. They all died horribly. Like, Tommy, I'm trying to tell the story of all of the elves who died horribly. I know you're also kind of elfish with your feline features, but damn. Yeah, so they all died with her name on their lips. So she was kind of she's a symbol at this point, a symbol of the resistance, even though she died basically immediately into the war because, well, her entire tactic was stupid. They wanted to die with honor, which they did, you know, but it's a stupid tactic when it comes to survival. Because all of the young elves basically died. There was only like a handful of young elves left. And the Squirtle right now are pretty much all young elves as well. All of the old elves are kind of just, like, they give up. They've given up altogether. And Elleran is like the youth, represents the youth. And she has a statue as well in Shadowed. And this is not a place that you go to necessarily, but there is, if you think back on the baths in this game, think of that a little bit. Like, that's probably the closest to it. But Shadowed was an elven city. And they, well, not like, I guess it was more of like a palace. If you know, elves don't build fortresses and castles, they build palaces. And it was an elven city, Shadowed, and the elves destroyed it entirely. Well before, in Yielden days, the elves would leave their cities and retreat, thinking that they would come back eventually. But as they realized that the humans were just taking their cities as their own afterwards, so cities like Novigrad were, for example, elven cities, they started to destroy their cities instead of leaving them. So the moment they knew they were losing that land, they burned their city to the ground and left. And they did the same with Shadowed, which was a beautiful, beautiful place. And it also had a statue of Elren, and she had her own flower and everything. The roses of Shadowed. And the elves would still go there in sort of a pilgrimage to see her before they went to fight. So it was very much a place where the Squirtle kind of congregated. And Geralt actually took Ciri there to tell the story of Elren. And he took her there to see the statue and the roses. And Ciri had kind of like a bit of a vision when she went there. She picked up the rose and I think she pricked her finger. And then she realized the caravan that they were traveling with at the time was in danger. They were about to be attacked by Squirtle. And then they rushed back, and that's basically all you really hear about that. But I always thought that was probably one of the most impactful stories when it comes to the elves in general, showing us what they lost in the war. Anyway, that is the story of Elendil. I'm a witcher! I was created to do this! That is stupid. I want to recover my memory. I won't explain myself to you. I can't explain myself to you. I'll just say I want to recover my memory, because all of it sucks.
I have my own agenda. A certain seer foretold that in lifting the curse, I'd recover my memory. I'm certainly not Henselt's devoted follower.
In that case, join my forces.
I can't. I have certain obligations on the other side. Friends who remained in Henselt's camp. Friends I can't leave behind.
I too have obligations that prevent me from fleeing or withdrawing. I cannot disappoint all those who placed their trust in me. Go where you must and hope your obligations don't drive you to fight me.
I'm no soldier, Saskia. You can be sure of that.
Time will tell. Farewell, Witcher, and look after your friends. Henselt is a true rogue.
See ya, you old prick. Don't let them kidwinize you, and don't get killed.
That goes for you too, Zoltan. Farewell to you both.
Saskia, I forgot one wee thing. Geralt wishes to meet with Iorveth. He's got dealings with the elf.
I need the head of the spear used to finish off Sabrina as she uttered the curse. Iorveth had it when we ran into each other in Flotsam.
He lost it playing dice. Scalen now has the spearhead. The young Burden is a gambler, an addict. And perhaps Vergen's top sharp. You should speak to him.
Iorveth put that spearhead up as a bet?
When it comes to getting folk to sit down to a game of poker, Scalen can be convincing. His pack is bulging with treasures. You'd be surprised. All won at dice.
I won't need convincing. We'll see how he does against me. Farewell to you both.
So yeah, Iorveth lost the spear that pierced his eye in dice. Did I already mention this? I feel like at this point I can't even remember what I did and didn't tell y'all. But yeah, the Spear of Destiny is how Iorveth lost his eye, and he's like, yep, let's gamble it away in dice, cause why not? All right, let me just walk back there, and I'm pretty sure playing dice isn't too interesting to watch either. So I'll play some dice, win that spear, show you the conversation if there is any, and then skedaddle my way back, because there are obviously the quests here that you can still do, like the regular quests that you would pick up on Iorveth's side, but you've already seen all of those, so we're not going to do them again. So, I will be right back.
I heard you have the head of Iorveth's spear.
I do indeed.
I could use that spearhead.
Not a chance in hell. It's my trophy. Won it off the greatest killer among elves. In certain circles, that makes me a hero.
What were you playing?
Dice poker.
I've rolled a few dice in my time.
Do I hear a challenge?
Mm-hmm.
I trust you'll not ask me for a handicap. Though I must warn you, I aim to be merciless. Curse or no curse.
Let's begin.
It seems so strange to be like, I don't care about the curse. I want to keep my super cool trophy. Strange man. Anyway.
You play like a true sharp. Almost like a cheat. But, true to my word, the spearhead's yours.
Thanks, Scalen. I heard you have a few more interesting trinkets I could win off you.
I could find something.
Not that I will be doing that, sorry. Tommy really, really wanted to be part of the spotlight. Hey? Yeah, no, you can't go to the microphone. The microphone is for microphoning. No, you're just gonna lie down like that. That's probably not very comfortable. Right. Got my spear. I'll be right back again.
Good, you're here. The Nilfgaardians attacked us.
Any idea why?
They were loitering around here, staring into the fog as if waiting for something. I summoned Fen, Silas, and a few others, and told Vess to cover us from a distance while we went to talk to them. So I asked the black dogs courteously why they were gazing into the fog as if the Emperor himself was about to emerge from it. No answer. But I can see the anger, knitted brows, faces reddening. And they start growling to each other in that dog's tongue of theirs. A woman came out of the mist, beautiful and barely alive. She dropped to the ground and a small object slipped from her hand. It was a jade figurine. No larger than a man's hand. If I didn't know it was impossible, I'd say it was Triss turned into a statuette.
It is possible. Artifact compression. Where's this woman?
I don't know. The girl growled at the soldiers and all hell broke loose. The Black Ones jumped us and she ran off towards the camp.
I need to follow her.
We're going with you. Fall in!
Yes, but listen. We can't be doing that just yet, can we? There's a few other things we need to do. But I don't think we can do it at the same time. Honestly. And I don't want to disappoint Roach. So, you know how it is. Like, you know what the one thing that Roach is just really, really good at is insults? He's really good at insults. I mean, sure, maybe the Nilfgaardian okay, and closing the door on my face, also very good at that. Nilfgaardian dogs isn't that good when it comes down to it, but he's trying, and he gets better, trust me. Also, I always have to laugh when Saskia's like, oh, we're gonna be fine, when you already know how it ends. You know! Hey. Hey, you wanna go? You wanna go? You wanna go? No? He's taking his time, isn't he? Go on, friend. I'm with you.
The enemy have fed you their propaganda.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, I guess we're gonna go and talk to our friends first anyway. Because there's actually 2 people that I still need to talk to, which is... Ooh, where are you? Is it this one? No, it's this one. I have to go talk to Zivik and be like, hey, I found you dudes. Dudes. I am completely and utterly crazy. Yes, thank you.
What do you want, Witcher?
Wow, I saved your ass, excuse me. I found those missing
The soldiers
soldiers.
you were looking for, they got held up for a while at Sabrina's circle.
Oh, the idiots! To be duped by witchcraft and superstitions. I'll put them to scrubbing the latrines indefinitely.
Tasty.
But, I thank you for bringing them back.
You're super
A
welcome.
reward, as promised.
Oh, thanks, man. You want to talk about this
There's
anyway?
a man living outside the camp known as the Visionary. Ever met him?
The soldiers talk about him, but I've never seen him. If I ever do, he'll regret that he fooled my people with all those superstitions.
Like the 2 idiots from earlier, you know.
Did you see Sabrina's execution?
Wish I could have, but only the 5th Company was sent there. She deserved it. What she did to the boys. Believe me, I've seen a lot of monstrosities in my life. My brother died during a coup in Rhind when a mage boiled the blood in his veins. Also, I once saw a soldier raping a dead elf woman. But 3 years ago, people melted like lead. Something you can't forget, Witcher.
You didn't have to be so graphic about it,
There's a
ma'am.
soldier by the inn selling scraps from Sabrina's execution site.
I know. The damn quartermaster. This business of his muddles the minds of the soldiers. Suddenly, everyone believes a splinter in your pocket'll protect you in battle. Half-wits.
Son, let people have things, but you're right, it's
They'll pay
dumb.
for their folly with their lives.
They're dumbasses.
And who the fuck are you to judge them?
Excuse you?
roam around the world with no care for folk like us. Sure, you can
Actually-
fight, but you don't have to get up, eat, or fucking die when ordered.
You don't
All
either.
my friends died on someone's orders. You'll never get it.
You didn't have to sign up for the army. And you absolutely know jack shit about me. And when it comes down to it, I have, like, a way worse life than he does.
Go to hell, Zivik. You don't know a thing about me.
And I don't want to. Go on your way.
It's fine. It's not like I just saved your dudes. Or, you know, I saved dudes in general. Go on, Vernon.
Did you wind up here?
I just kind of existed. That's how it happened. Oh, I still have to do, like, arm wrestling with this boy as well, don't I? Have I done that yet? I don't think I have.
Let's talk arm wrestling.
Go on.
And Roach is like, not today! Let's go.
As you're a witcher and I'm a mercenary, neither of us should wrestle for free.
Why? Okay. We'll wrestle for 100.
I'm ready.
Let's go. Try me, boy. Oh, that takes so long, doesn't it? It takes so long. Adam! Adam, it doesn't have to be this way. Thank you for the orange. Much obliged.
Lucky that Nilfgaardian at Brenna wasn't as strong as you. Or Adam Pangrat would be a heap of white bones right now.
Well, maybe not.
Lucky for you, we were only playing for coin.
Tommy.
I venture to say there's only one man who stands a chance against you. Numa.
Okay, but we've already done that,
What
so.
name is that?
He's a
Numa,
circus
Numa,
artist.
yay.
The mighty Numa, they call him. Apparently grips like a vice. But word has it he cheats.
Because he does.
No.
Performance-enhancing potions. The undetectable kind.
I'll be sure to seek him out someday.
I
You'd know
actually
best if
won't.
he's using his muscles or alchemy.
I will definitely not do that, because I've already done this thing. Oh god, there you are. Okay. Whew. And so they sail away. The bastards. Tommy.
We're too late.
Hold.
Is the Percival ready to sail?
It is. But they will not let us go. Henselt has plans of his own.
I couldn't give a shit about Henselt. Shillard has Triss, and I need to save her.
It's not an option. They'll not let us sail until you lift the curse. And we've no chance of catching the Nilfgaardians on foot. If they wanted to kill her, she'd be dead already. Besides which, we know where they've gone. Loch Muin, Witcher. The monarchs and mages are to meet and decide the fate of the known world. You will find Triss there, I promise.
And I believe we haven't done the Triss rescue yet in our last playthrough, which means that we will do both. Because we're not going to leave our boy Roach hanging. Hiccups, because that would be rude. I can take all your stuff. What? It's just a pity we don't, like, there's a weapon here that I would otherwise pick up, which I can't because it's your Roach's path, so I don't think it exists. And I do not want to go look for it. Now we're going to talk to Deathmold. No, we're not going to meet Henselt, we're going to talk to Deathmold. Deathmold! Hello, buddy. Have you spoken to the king?
Spoken to the king yet?
Indeed, he was delighted to hear he can be cut from the curse.
Was
Great, because I need the medallion of the priest known as Crest. I heard it's in Henselt's possession.
He'll give you nothing until you free him from the curse. Truthfully, I believe I understand him. You have a good chance of perishing when you confront the Draugrs.
Give me a break, Deathmold. The two of you are just afraid I'll leave this entire mess in your hands.
And you should.
That is something I do not fear at all, for I know exactly why you're here. As for the king, you may curse him and scold him and call him a fool if you wish, though it's not something I would advise.
See, he says here that he knows exactly why I'm here, but I would already be gone. So I would definitely leave. Which means he doesn't know shit.
Learn anything new about the curse?
The mage on the other side of the fog is also probing the battlefield. A sorceress.
How do you know?
You shall know them by the fruit of their spells. Magic differs with the brain type that generates it. The female mind is simply laid out differently.
It could be Triss.
No, Witcher, it's someone far more powerful.
See, I find it funny that you can have this conversation after we've already realized that they took Triss somewhere else. Like, because, like, it's pretty definite. He knows about artifact compression. Artifact compression is just literally turning someone into a tiny doll, so, you know.
See you.
Why would you even tell him this? Why wouldn't you say it's definitely not Triss? It could actually never be Triss. Ever.
At last, have you got Sabrina's spear?
Best believe
Not
I
only
do.
that, I've got all 3 artifacts.
You won't regret it. Let's do some magic.
I hate you, Henselt. You will hate him too. God, we'll all hate him together. Okay,
She
this
died
is...
here.
And pissed and shat as she did.
Evil place. You can feel it in the air. Those candles don't help any either.
They've gone mad. Someone said the bitch died a martyr and now the common folk burn candles for her.
I have to observe this place from a distance.
During the execution, I was on that hill. I'll show you.
Yeah, so... Oh, calm down. This is like a little walk here, now walk there puzzle. It is tedious as heck. I'll show you like one little bit of it, and you'll be like, oh, yeah, no, could not be me. Real talk, I'm pretty sure if I had never played any Witcher games like this, I would have just watched the Lorethrough as well. Personally, Henselt, can you like step on the gas somewhat? Because I have skipped a lot of walking. A lot of walking. Thank you.
Flat area. That's good.
Are you concerned for your feet?
Yes.
Your Majesty, you need to draw runic protective signs around the stake.
With your feet.
Magic signs are the domain of witches, not kings. Correct me if I'm wrong.
You're always wrong. You literally are always wrong.
It's important that you draw the circle yourself, Your Majesty.
Important for whom?
My
It
face.
was your death Sabrina foretold, so who do you think?
All right. Tell me what we do.
Dumbass.
To lift the curse, we have to reenact the events from 3 years ago.
How do you wish to do that if half of those involved lie rotten with the worms?
With your feet,
It's
I
about
just
the
told you.
energy of that time. The energy of the woman who cast the curse, combined with the energy of its victim. When you get
You're
the
the
runic
victim.
signs right, Sabrina's ghost will appear.
Bring the bitch to life. It'll be a pleasure to put my spear in her.
Remember
Euphemism?
to stab her in exactly the same spot as that soldier did, but earlier this time, before the sorceress completes the curse.
I'll look for the hole. But how am I to know when?
When you realize that the curse concerns you. But be ready, she may use a different name.
Is that all?
For you. Then I take over. Spectres might appear during the exorcism.
Might or will?
Will.
Depends on Sabrina's aura in the spirit world.
Will.
I'll wager ghosts loathe the cunt.
Wow.
Let's get it over with. Tell me what I am to draw.
You have to go down there, Your Majesty.
What about you?
I'll guide you. I have a good view from up here.
Seriously, we all hate Henselt. Like, Sabrina wasn't great, but we hate Henselt so much more. Let's take my word for it. Okay, so literally, this is what you do. You, like, make them go...
Go towards
like-
the pixie ring, Your Majesty.
Like
I
this.
must have got it wrong, sire. We need to start again.
This is the whole thing. This is the whole deal.
Head
you just
towards the
do
black
this.
candles, Your Majesty. I must have got it wrong.
That's it. When you get it wrong, he says that. When you don't, he just walks. He just walks to a place. And that's it. So I'll do that on my own. You do not need to see Henselt walk. He walks like a penguin. There you go. Now you know the deal. See you in a bit.
Sire, form a large, even circle at a good distance from the pyre.
It's turned out beautifully. Pity the wind will soon scatter it.
The evil power of the curse came from the fire. Fire's a hard element to tame, and this one had added potency. It consumed the body of the one casting the curse.
Enough of these phantasmagorias, as Deathmold puts it. Look at my boots.
Stay in the circle, Your Majesty.
The powder reeks of dwarven dung.
I hope so. I truly, truly hope so. You know why? It's because we hate you. Oh shit. Igni.
It's begun. You have some brave soldiers, Your Majesty.
They're scared of ghosts, as we all are. Curses, there's hundreds of them!
Calm down, Your Majesty. We're protected by the magic runes. The ghosts won't get past the barrier.
I'm not afraid of people, but those plowing creatures have begun to bother me.
You're safe if you stay within the runes.
What should I do?
When the sorceress calls your name, you have to show mercy and end her suffering with the spear.
You know,
Broken
because
the
you're such a
circle.
merciful
Spectres could
boy.
get through.
What shall we do?
I'll take care of them. You finish the exorcism, Your Majesty.
You know, so
Curse you, Henselt! By blood and fire! Let it be so by blood and fire!
I mean, at this point, she's technically said the name.
Shooting star, split the heavens and mark its mortal journey with a trail of blood! Let fools be duped by the sight of fish scales turned by magic into square pieces of gold. Let the unicorn violate thousand-year-old rules by the pain and power of fire devouring air, by the charred bones of the innocent. Let the prophecy be fulfilled. You will die in accordance with my prophecy. You cannot escape your fate. Curse you, Henselt!
Honestly, she said it a second time now.
Let it be so by blood and fire.
She's just repeating herself.
Let a shooting star.
So I feel like she should have been stabbed by
its
them.
mortal journey with a trail of blood.
You, yeah, should have been done.
By the charred bones
We've
of the
broken the
innocent.
rules. We
Let
have to do it
the
again.
prophecy be fulfilled.
Everything's over.
You will die in accordance with my prophecy.
Yes, you keep saying
cannot
that.
escape your fate.
I'm not even allowed to leave, but they're allowed to enter?
Henselt.
Not how that works. You should come back and die. Yeah, I said come back and die.
By blood and fire.
Have you won yet?
Let a shooting star
Damn it.
split the heavens.
Yeah,
and
damn it
mark
sounds
its
about
mortal
right.
Journey with a trail of blood. Let fools be duped by the sight of fish scales turned by magic into square pieces of gold.
You are the slowest king in the history of all
The
kings.
unicorn violate 1,000-year-old rules by the pain and power of fire devouring air. But
Now, Your Majesty.
Oh, no. No, that's not the timing we talked about. Okay. How do I stab people? What the fuck? How does stabbing even works? Oh my god. Yeah, now you're too late. Too late. Too late, too slow. Henselt the rapist is a loser. Let's make that into t-shirts. Good for you. Girl, good for you. Hey, Henselt, you're still a dick and we hate you.
It
Am I
worked.
done?
Are you sure?
All
Yeah.
I can say for sure is that a dwarf can pass between a troll's legs, even on tiptoe. But I think it went well.
Good. For me and for you. But all the worse for Edern.
Yeah, unfortunately it actually kind of is. We have Saskia to thank for this. We
You
do.
owe your freedom from the curse to Saskia's generosity. You should send a delegation to thank her, Your Majesty.
I'll thank her in person once you disperse the fog of spectres from the battlefield.
That'll be much harder.
He's
I
such a
have
dick.
faith in you, and faith can move mountains.
Funny you say that. I need an artifact symbolizing faith.
Yes, Deathmold told me. I'll give you the medallion.
Thanks.
First, I must have a drink. Come to my tent. I'll roll out my best wine. You deserve it.
Okay, well, I know he seems like he might be like a nice guy now because he said that, but he's actually still the worst. So I'm gonna go to his tent and have a drink, and I'll be right back. But just remember that he's a dick. Don't forget about that while I'm away, okay? I'll be right back.
What do you want?
Can I?
You're all right. I've heard you've been helping our lads. Talk away, but be quick. If the corporal sees you, he'll have your balls. And ours.
I just remembered when I walked past him that I could do this now, so...
Bloody fat girl. What do you want?
Oh,
Information.
kiss, hug, both.
You from Iorveth's unit?
I'm proud of it. Iorveth will avenge me.
Maybe. I'm responsible for you being captured.
I don't understand.
I warned Iorveth that the Kingslayer had betrayed him. Your leader's alive because of me.
You lie. You're not one of us.
Never claimed to be. I'm not interested in your fight, nor in that of the humans. I have my own goals. I'm hunting the Kingslayer and need information. Will you help me?
I'd rather not reveal anything to the Dwan. Do you know Elder speech?
Mm-hmm.
De thermen en rendans hest. Ev de sale emes up de mevne slet.
Sea her.
En ted verletho kem en stert dun vernea wert. Erte dreie ep dwan. Seret en ox vat gelm est. Denna arthurnek wert. Visse egen. Erle egen. Ken hatmer. Denna dar emen dunv. Dak mamert.
Okay, so he basically, for the people that weren't actually reading, the translation was on the screen, but it was like vague and white. They did that. The translation was there. Seret and Ox are two witchers that work with Letho, and they were here with them, obviously, and Letho showed up, started killing everybody, but somehow forgot about him. Here's a thing that really bothers me about any and all made-up languages ever. Have you ever heard someone talk like this in their own language? It would be like I would talk like this. Nobody talks like this in their own language. It would be fluent, it would be snappy, it would be go, 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 not No. No. This is not the only game that does this. Like, they do this in TV shows, in movies, in everything. This is always a thing. When you only have like a few sentences to say in this language, fucking practice it until it just flows off the tongue. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. Anyway, because from where I'm standing, Elder Speech does not sound beautiful when he speaks it. At all. He sounds like he has probably bitten his tongue several times. Now granted, this guy did try to bite off his own tongue, so... But his English seems to be completely fine. Anyway, yeah. What are their plans?
In Esne geert. Wanneer senden el.
Eteame, ne segen hier. Elisera.
Mekian behent het fen esert. Seret ne ura jasen het. Heb orks garthe seget enith rothen kem hest. Te mothe dialm.
Rathain. Que diables Rathain verderel.
Veseneth rothen deren Henselt gerel vurte hen. Then diarme elestrea hen. Ne mer se health.
Geralt's Elder Speech sounds better. Just saying. It does.
Vekean me venetres.
En hert ep kianje esme geth verth. Se este en kien e diable ep ars kied. Ken jesse thith treach.
Mesim treachled.
It's funny because he actually used the sentence in Javelep Ars, which means something entirely different than the translation said. So that's kind of interesting. Jinsey, are you seriously like commenting on translations from Elder Speech? Yes, sue me. Yeah, so he's basically saying the Redanians are somehow working with Seraton Ox and also Letho. We will actually get into that later, so don't worry, because you get some explanations there. And that they are hiding in the gullies, but it's really hard to find them because it's a fucking labyrinth, you know.
Niame herth, este ervelth, epkethen ken hest.
Quintes ken.
Then kean velt emer dorvat gern.
Bye!
Quen vat gern hen linge ken.
Nemesech.
Oxen en seret est elle ken. Vel merth Gwynblade kenneth belk. Vedden emeth Gwynblade. Say at the step gathis en treth winnes. Vafel.
I find it hilarious that he says just now, Seraton Ox also knew Elder Speech, and he's like, is that just a Witcher thing? And Geralt's like, nope. And then he says, Seraton Ox knew how to speak Elder Speech better than you did, and it's like, bitch, your Elder Speech sounds like you've lost your teeth. All of them. Who are you to judge my Elder Speech? You sound terrible. Get out of here. Get out of my sight. I'm a better elf than you're a better elf. That doesn't make sense in a sentence.
The king is occupied. Return after sundown.
Oh, shut up.
Damn it.
It's even worse because that guy is the same voice actor as Henselt. How are you gonna do that? How do you... Oh, shite. I'm like reasonably certain that a thing happens here right now. I'm not gonna say anything. I think that's here though. Because there is something that needs to happen only at night, so I guess it's this.
I'm glad you're here. A messenger from Redania arrived this morning.
It is.
Read.
The king of Redania, Radovid V, son of Vizima and Hedvig from Malior, the heir...
Get to the point.
The point is, it's not true that after the death of King Foltest, Temeria will be inherited. In truth, Foltest left a lawful heir.
Who is this heir?
Queen Ada, daughter of King Foltest and wife of Radovid.
Ada? Everyone knows she was the fruit of incest. If my memory serves, Geralt, she's under a curse, isn't she?
I've lifted that curse.
Was true. Foltest's daughter was a Striga, but I managed to lift the curse, or else Radovid wouldn't have wed her.
It appears you removed that curse twice.
I did. The second was the final time,
The curse has been lifted, Your Majesty.
I like to believe that.
It's true.
Ada could yet savor human flesh again. Tell King Radovid that I will not honor a monster with a royal title. If Redania doesn't wish... What the hell's going on? Guards!
That's why they were waiting for the Redanians. And that is it. Can you guess who it is? It's a worse Witcher than Geralt. Hello, Viper Witcher. What up, buddy? I want, like, names to flash on the screen. Saradin Ox! Ding! It's like Jesse and James, but different. I like how they're only called assassins as well. I never really looked at that before, but... Yeah, I guess Geralt wouldn't really know who they are. Even though I do. I mean, everyone can kind of infer that that's who they are. Let's be real. Say thank you.
Who are they?
They wanted to kill me. Me! Ha! The scum.
Your time will
Witcher,
come, buddy.
We must talk.
Must we?
Deathmold said you needed this medallion. You saved my life, and I'm not nearly as ungrateful as some might say. You'll receive the pendant in due time.
What do you mean in due time? Dick.
Pity none could be taken alive.
Don't fret, Tanzaville. There are ways to make a dead man speak.
I know those methods. Necromancy is forbidden.
In the absence of the Council and the Conclave, it's hard to know what is forbidden. What would you say, Your Majesty?
I want to know everything. Plow that corpse if you have to. Do anything it takes.
Necromancy, Your Majesty, is a branch of magic.
I don't care. Do as you're told.
Count me out.
As the common folk say, be at ease, the woman's gone.
I'm
I'll
still
need
here.
your help, Witcher. You know where to find me.
It's never
Cease to be
ending.
at ease.
I'm the bloody king, but she mumps and sulks like some common servant was trying to grope her.
Well, I'll burn her at the stake like you did Sabrina. You know you want to hear
You
it.
could always turn her into another Kidweni saint.
And get hit with the same dung again. I hope you're jesting.
Only
Everything
half.
a bit of change when they appoint a new council and conclave. Otherwise, damn it, I will light up the stakes again, like Demavend. Go. Deathmold is probably biting his nails in anticipation.
He just fucking loves necromancy. Can you blame him? Fuck yeah, necromancy. Plow the corpse if you have to. Am I right? Don't sleep on the job. You're both sleeping on... Are you sleeping on... No wonder they got in here so easily. Everyone's just sleeping on the job. Ah, God. Unbelievable. Just, it's so hard to get good help these days. Anyway, yes, I believe I will be making a cut here. I feel like this is like a short episode for you guys because I had to make so many cuts. But for me, it's been like well over an hour of recording. Like, well over an hour of recording for this episode already. So, we shall see. However, on that bombshell, I will see you in the next episode. And I will try to record a little faster this time. But no promises. I'm literally moving continents at the moment. There's a lot of shit going on. Until next time. Vathel.